Alright everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to the King's Speech. So as per usual, we're going to get caught up with some Shonen Jump chapters today, as well as get around to a read-through. Before we dive into that, just a small kind of quick channel update regarding the next month or so. So after this weekend, I'm probably going to take a break from the channel recording videos until at least May 4th weekend. Just because the next month is going to be kind of busy for me. There's just a lot of other stuff going on. So I don't want to risk kind of getting burnt out again like I've tended to do in the past. So because of that, I'm going to try to take a break from kind of content creation and stuff like that, just so I can recharge my batteries a little bit outside of work. But hopefully when we get back to it in the next month or so, we'll come back to it fully charged. So look forward to that. But in case I disappear from here and you're wondering why there was no more videos or stuff coming out, that was why. With all that said, there's going to be still some good content coming your way this weekend. So if you haven't already, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Like I mentioned, it really does help me out a lot and really does mean a lot to me. So if you'd like to show your appreciation for the videos I put out, the work I do, it would be greatly appreciated. But without further ado, let us dive into it. Akane-Banashi, Story 102, The Furious, with Rakugo supervision by Keiki Hayashiya, story by Yuki Suenaga, art by Takamasa Moe, translation by Stephen Paul, narrating by Sneeron. So we have where we left off last time with, the audience kind of like giving a kind of like raucous applause as she's walking off the stage. And she started with a firm, proper bass, then ran wild referencing story after story before bringing it to a close. On a huge stage like this, that's going to have a major impact, reporter was like, yeah! It's like, you've left your mark today, Akane Arakawa. And she's like sweating, like taking her hair out of the ponytail. You see in the back with Asako going, yo, good job out there. And she immediately does a Dozega. It's like, I'm so sorry! He's like, what? He's like, huh? But for what? And you have the organizer like, what's going on? He's like, I'll admit it. I was having so much fun that I temporarily forgot this was your big debut event and kind of went out of control. Today's about you, not about me. And thinks back to Chocho telling him, if I were in her position, I'd be going on and on. He's like, so that's actually what was happening? At a huge event where her promotion is on the line? And she almost, it's like, yeah, no kidding, you had me sweating bullets over here. And you have, yeah! And you have in the latter half of Tanuki Dice, like there's supposed to be 3 games of Chobo Ichi. It's like, let's see 1, that's a 1. It's like, let's see 2, that's a 2. Let's see 5. Hey, he's like, not so fast. It's like, but you wrapped it all up in one roll. Was that to make sure you finished on time? It's like, I can tell these things, idiot. It's like, but I will say it was a great performance. Just not nearly on my level. I'm the star today, you know. He's like, Ani-san. He's like, come on, Master Taizen's about to go on. Go watch from the wings. Like, but I have my backstage duties. So don't you want to see the performance of one of the Arakawa Arch 4? And she's like, I owe you one on Isan! And she takes off running off. He's like, now, what shall I do about today's performance? It's like, that idiot had to go and get carried away. You see backstage as Chocho's watching, she goes, Master! He's like, yo, how'd it go? Did you get the promo? Oh, right, that's after the event. It's like, exactly! It's like, you sure got the crowd all riled up. Was that fun? It's like, oh man, it was crazy. But that excitement wasn't all because of me. The crowd was ready and eager to listen. They want this debut event to be exciting. It's like, that's how you're able to win them to your side? It's like, right. It's like, all the more reason to stand right here and watch what happens next. And yeah, as you have the music kind of playing, it's like, Master Tyson, we've been waiting for you! It's like, yo, here he comes! It's like, give us some of that good old, and you see like, dump, like a slow, like, ominous walking on. As Tyson walks out, just looking like furious, like a specter of death. And Akane's like, the crowd was so excited and rowdy, and they went silent in an instant. It's like, no, that's not it. And you have Chocho going, he's turned the atmosphere into his own. Of course, it's great to be able to get the crowd on your side, but an Okanban level Rakugoka controls the room. You see like this little hand just like reaching out over the audience again. Such a great panel. And you have a reporter going, the absolute pressure. Every move, every tiny gesture, you see him just kind of like grabbing the hem of his little robe as he's like splaying it out. It's like they watch with rapt attention. This is what it's like to watch a performance from Taizen Arakawa, the Furious. And Chocho's like, hang on, that's not the Tainoji we know. He tells no lies in his art. However, he feels in the moment will show in his performance. So how will this encounter change his demeanor? And you see outside of the studio with a screech as the car comes to a stop, and you have, we're here, master, the hall for the Conjugate debut. It's like, you think I don't know that? And that's, was it Zenshin? Zensho with Zenmai driving him there. It's like, it's fine, whatever Taizen can perform however he wants. But if he gets shown up by the Federation's Okanban, how does that make me his master look? And there's like Mother Mother's like, gotta keep an eye on him, make sure he doesn't screw up. It's like, I swear everyone's out to ruin things for me. So yeah, not much to say with this chapter. I guess some quick thoughts on it. This is very much like a transitionary chapter, so not a lot to say. Again, I kind of wish, I want to kind of expand on my thoughts on like the last half. Like I said before, like I said in my last chapter reaction review, like I wish Akane had kind of failed and gone over the timeline, because I feel like that would have set up vastly more intriguing narrative potential, especially with Asagao and things where he's like, oh, you know, telling her like, oh, you know, it's supposed to end like with 3 games of dice at the end, but you wrap it up in 1 roll. It would have been more interesting to have that burden be placed on him, to have done a story that was shorter and kind of wrap it up easier, to kind of show like how much more skilled he was, like all his experience and stuff like that. So yeah, still like the biggest letdown I would say of this arc is still Akane not having faced a significant like setback or hurdle. Apart from that, I'm very curious to see kind of like what Taizen's performances are, like what his signature like things like that are going to be. As always, the artwork is phenomenal, especially when they do like the shading kind of like overlay stuff with like the hand and everything. That's gorgeous art. Looking forward to it. But yeah, not much more to say about that. Just very curious about where Taizen stuff is going to go, especially with his master. And if he'll face, because I feel like it's kind of cinched that Akane is going to be ending up getting promoted. So I wonder if that's going to mean like Taizen's going to have to face some kind of like reprimand or consequence from his master for what he does. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens in the next story stuff. So with all that said, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, if you like this content, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Like I said, it really does mean a lot to me to see that kind of support. Like I said, I'll probably also be on a brief hiatus for the next month. So until next time, this is Ash. I'll talk to you all later.